the name on it, it was Coexels. Swear we're not the same person.
Up here, I'm pulling down left.
Okay.
Then down right. Now left again. Down right.
Yeah, it's probably a little comfy.
Yeah.
Just wanna wash this laptop down here.
You have no, I'll move it over. We can, yeah, let's just move it over there where no one will step on it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Make yourself comfy, yeah.
Maybe against bars isn't exactly the
Yeah.
most comfortable thing in the world.
We can get a page during this cutscene.
By the way, this is the worst plan ever. You want to
Shoot her from the back.
shoot her with a sniper, but first you want to alert her of your presence.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think a lot of people complain about the overall caliber of the writing in FF8, and you know, I don't want to badmouth the game because we do have a rule at the marathon that best FF is the current FF, always, so FF8 is the best FF at the moment. But that said, I think it's also important to acknowledge weaknesses in the writing in this game, and it's definitely very much what I call a Deus Ex Machina sort of point with all this lost memory. But yeah, even little details like this, it's so...
Well, there's actually a reason why Irvine won't not shoot. And it's not because he's nervous, actually.
Oh, it's because he knows
He already knows
who Adea
who
is.
Adea is. Because remember, he says that his memory, because he hasn't been taken here recently, so he still knows that.
That Adea is
Yeah.
matron. Yeah. Oh, sorry, spoilers. And by the way, Eros died.
So did Tala.
Oh, yeah, wow. But all these things happened in the past. I mean, for me to be a real jerk and spoil something, that would be like Galoof dies.
What?
Yeah.
Backsides.
Oh, yeah.
Well, did we hear about
You don't
that?
actually see that scene. We didn't actually see that scene, but
Well, we
I've been
didn't
around,
see the
so.
scene, but did we hear that fact?
Sorry,
Oh.
what?
Backsides.
Oh,
I don't think
all right.
so.
You have to actually watch that scene.
Yeah, you actually have to watch that scene to find it out.
Oh, yeah, that was the donation incentive in FF7 that wasn't met.
Probably would have been better if we had managed to find a way to go with the original plan of Crisis Core leading directly into FF7.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, if what Nitrodon's talking about here is in the original schedule, we wanted to have Crisis Core right before FF7, since one leads into the other.
Quite literally.
Yeah, literally, the ending scene
To
of
be
Crisis
continued
Core.
in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, but it unfortunately it just didn't work out for other reasons, including our Marathon's resident sleeper, Wexel. It would have put his games at bad times, and he's...
Apparently, Flexer has to be sleeping in some time in Marathon.
Yeah, I know, the guy's only playing like 26 hours worth of FF games.
I can next up one more now with all the bonus stuff he
It's
did.
more like 25 now.
Oh, okay.
Well, he did play a little
Yeah,
longer,
he did
so
that
we'll bump back
bonus
to
stuff,
26.
yeah. And, yeah, are you gonna call serious time for this next fight like I did at SGDQ?
No.
Okay.
I think
That
all
joke's
of
been
us
done.
kind of
Yeah.
I'll do it blindfolded though.
Yeah, everyone in this room already knows.
Yeah.
All four of us.
Yeah, when I ran FF8 for SGDQ, I called serious time for this next fight, and
And
I think
bam.
you'll appreciate it if you haven't seen how broken this game is now.
So one thing I want to note is Squall. Like, okay,
Bye-bye.
so you saw you saw Irvine shoot Adea, right? And then when Squall gets in the car, he comes from behind.
Yeah.
How did he get to behind the thing when they were in?
Irvine did
front?
shoot from behind though.
No, you
No,
shot
they
from the front.
they drive underneath. They're back here shooting. So they
But
like,
there's that big thing.
yeah, I
in the
know.
back.
That's what I don't get.
So
it.
that's why it's from the front, but
Oh, okay. Now
it's
we're
more of that writing that you were talking about.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you get a full heal before these
I
battles.
should have Renoa. Renoa does some good damage.
57.
Irvine does a little bit better damage.
And Squall's just like,
Squall's like,
forget you guys.
Chop.
For you guys, I got this.
So I actually don't have to win this battle, but it gives me a good amount of AP.
And of course, it's kind of hard to lose with your current setup anyway.
And that should kill him. Kill her.
Yeah, if you didn't have the strength plus 60, it can take, or it does take more hits.
Yeah.
But yeah, with strength plus 60, I think this should do it.
Yeah, and even this Squall second attack. And we got counter half.
Woo! We will switch.
Yeah, sure. I've never done speedrunning disc changes on this new PSP, so
Yeah.
let's see how poorly I do.
Wait, you still got about 2 minutes though.
No, it's not that long.
It's like
I'm gonna save too.
And that was a day of link break. We heard her enough that she could use it.
Yeah, she's in crisis mode.
And I just want to point
Talk
out
about the safety
that
before you,
this
open
hits
the disc.
Squall in the
Shoulder.
shoulder. It does not hit him anywhere that would kill. So
Well, I don't know. I think being impaled with something that large through the
it's
shoulder
full of
could
magic,
kill you.
Though, so
Well,
He got a club in his eye.
being hit anywhere can kill with enough blood loss.
Yeah.
there's no blood loss.
Yeah, so.
Here. Wait till it pops up.
Yep.
You want to pull a character in here?
Oh, what? Did he do a wrong disc change
No,
once?
he opened it too early and froze the game.
Oh, ouch.
And once you close it, I'll actually have to hit a button. It'll just start automatically.
Okay. Woo, my contribution to the marathon.
Yeah. You mean other than FFL3?
Oh, yeah, there's that. But
Rather than hosting this thing,
oh.
Wait, you're hosting this thing? I thought we just went
came up here randomly.
found some random house that happened to have games and stuff.
So, yeah, as we were saying, some upcoming incentives on this disc, naming Leviathan, which is currently $10 for Ogopogo. What else do we have?
All the
Yes.
Pandemona,
Yeah.
Reaper, and Cerberus.
Yes, so they happen in the order, the next name would be Pandemona, then you get to name Griever, then you get to name
Cerberus is like right,
right after. Yeah, we'll probably cut those off pretty much at the same time.
Right now, Pandemona's name only has $5 to it. Fat chop.
Yeah, so definitely there are opportunities for getting names you want in there.
How's the Batman thing progressing?
It is not.
Apparently people are synthetic.
Cerberus, I'm not seeing anything on it.
We should figure Z then for
not, even,
Cerberus.
not even Punker Z?
I think I'm encouraging that.
We need a name for Cerberus. At least something.
Yeah,
Get
definitely.
it started.
Otherwise, it's going to be named Cerberus.
That's boring.
And how are we coming along on the 100% castle clear challenge?
Checking Reaver here real quick. Reaver is currently at $50 for Mousebud and $5 for Siri. I'm liking that. Of course I would. But
So for those of you wondering what this Mousebud thing is, it comes from certain stream regulars, which may or may not include Rinny, who was talking there. And I often stream a game called Final Fantasy Legend 3, which I'm playing later in the marathon Monday morning.
Apparently, you can skip this trigger that I just did, but I do not want to.
Which
I skipped the trigger that you have to get the bridge.
Tell me we're gonna rush in town.
Yeah, but anyhow, in Final Fantasy Legend 3, you can become a character that looks very similar to a mouse, a robotic mouse, and in battle you get sort of this behind view of your party. Yeah, and it's wiggling its tail constantly, and it's actually pretty cute. And it just became a meme in my stream.
And then Foxer decided to do RTA.
How's the 100% castle unlock coming?
There's a slightly different route, well, I mean, they're battle now. Slightly different route towards the beginning of the town. You can go right on the screen and go down a side path, and it takes about a second or so.
100% castle unlock is currently at $180.
And that's out of
500.
Okay. So, yeah, if you're a Final Fantasy VIII fan, not only is your donation going to a great cause, JDRF, but also you get to see more FF8 with 100% castle unlock.
And that includes Omega.
Which includes Omega. Yep.
Which has never been done with Marathon before, right?
Nope, it hasn't. I did 100% castle unlock except Omega at SGDQ, but
Since
FF
he
Gamers...
doesn't unlock anything. He's just
Yeah.
there, right?
Probably give you like a key item, like
Yeah.
Gives you 3 stars.
Yeah.
3 stars. Yeah, we don't need that.
Yeah. So, yeah, this would be the first time at a marathon for Omega to be done, at least to the best of my knowledge. I don't think Omega was done at like any of the TSG marathons, but I could be wrong.
Wait, how many triples is that refined into?
With what refined to?
3
3
stars.
stars.
Oh.
50?
Does 3 stars refine the triples? And not refine the triples.
Well, I guess you could up a second person's strength before the battle then.
Well, you already get more triples.
I get Ultimas. Well, if I fight
You
Ultimate
might
Weapon.
get Ultimate.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's a 66% chance on the ultimate drop.
Yeah, you're not. I think you're not.
I can still kill a Omega Weapon without the Ultimas, but
I can't remember.
it takes away one of the strategies I would use.
I think I got the ultimate drop at SGDQ. I think. I can't remember.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it? Okay.
It might have been the TSG one where you didn't get it done. The latest TSG one.
Maybe. I know I have played in a marathon where I didn't get the drop, and also I got the drop at SGDQ, so I'm not sure.
Also,
Oh boy, we have $15 towards from Frank Lee. Thanks for putting this together. This is towards Booker Z for Leviathan.
Wait, so can I see how that's spelled? Oh.
And we also have $30 from Benjamin the Athlete. Greetings and thanks for supporting science. Put this towards naming servers Franker 3.
Ha!
What else would you call something with 3 dog heads?
Okay, I am getting behind that incentive, and I'm
I like
giving
it.
that one a shout out. Franker 3 instead of Franker Z. I love it.
3 times the Franker.
Yep. And I encourage anyone who thinks that is equally clever to drop 5 to make sure that wins, because that is
pretty good.
clever. That is, yeah. So thank you very much to both of you for those generous donations. We really appreciate it.
Another famous quote coming up. When Laguna decides to tell her how many monsters she killed on this nice little.
I killed
expedition.
You are monsters!
You're so good.
Oh, Foxhorn, guess what? You can walk through this part right here.
Yeah, haha, I knew that by SGDQ. I used to do this room oh so very wrong. I went around behind the couch and then came up on Rain's right.
Yeah.
Because
Right,
I never
thank you.
realized you could fit between the railing and the small
He
couch.
finally figured out Meta's couch skip.
Yeah, I know. It was super pro on my part. Yeah, couch skip.
How's it looking?
Good. I copied your blindfold and stuff.
Yeah, I saw. Well done. Wow.
How did round 1 go?
I didn't again.
But
It went.
The-
took 4 tries.
I think it was reversed.
6 for me.
But
Or you
13.
got it every time, right?
Yeah.
It was just waiting for Zell to show up.
Yeah, 13 ended up so far ahead anyway, but
Should have gone for it.
You practiced yours though, so.
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
This is like a spur of the moment kind of thing.
Oh, pretty good.
You just noticed you didn't actually react to what the numbers were.
Did I miss Siri?
Yeah, Root Series is pretty early in the game. It's like at most an hour and a half in.
It was right before Zell card.
Oh.
Yeah, literally right before, like maybe like 3 minutes before it.
Yeah, because I saw
So what's the menu here?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. You want me to
Do you want me to read it for you?
Sure. I see Swollen Zell for the first thing.
what did you
Irvine Salty.
Yeah, I mean it's 7 minutes 45 seconds with the mashing anyway.
Well, I want to do the menu here in 1 second. Because I was just talking about it twice. I'm not going to go to the menu right now.
Okay. Exchange Squall Cell, Irvine Selfie. Life Magic Refined Tense to Selfie. GF Learning, Shiva Spirit plus 40. Siren Magic plus 40. Diablo's Encounter 9. Sorry, I was slow on that one. Junction Zell, remove Quetzalcoatl. Junction Selfie to all the GS. Auto attack, draw item.
That it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprised, I guess you could have Junction Turtle Strength plus 60 there too. Because that would be useful for Biggs.
Yes. I can. I'm fine. Let's do Zell once and Zell once. Because I didn't put the menu into the strength plus 60 junctions.
Yeah.
The Zell comes with incentive.
So who gets to speedrun this part?
You want to do it? Yeah, I got.
Do I need to talk to Bruno again, or did he already do
No, none of that.
Yeah.
Next person you're talking to is Quistis.
Oh, we did.
Oh, okay.
Free running strats.
Are you going down to grab drinks? Or
Yeah.
can you
Yeah.
grab me a water,
Sure.
please?
Free running strats.
Yeah, I think I'll do some pro commentary here.
Hey, I'm doing the best commentary.
Yes.
Hey, Rennie, you want the couch?
Eh.
So yeah, I'm running FF8 supposedly. I thought I was only signed up to play at 10 and 12, but I don't
Last
know.
minute change, you know?
Yeah. So this is a game. It involves dodging X a lot.
Thank you.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm practicing for my FF10 run. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It just so happens to help with the FF8.
Huh?
It's practicing for FF10 right now.
Oh, okay.
Just so happens to help. Everybody's been kind of falling over here.
So wait, Zell's Junction, and yet it still takes just a few kicks to knock her down? Ah, it's Nanny Bunny with one ear down. Oh.
Man, I assume we're getting manhandled right there.
Now, I wish one creature would make a comeback in Final Fantasy. Moombas.
Moombas are good.
Yep. Well, some of Lulu's weapons are Moombas, aren't they?
I mean, it's like an actual creature. I'd love to see them make one.
Not many Moombas in Final Fantasy VIII. I think the only one I can think of is maybe the Turbo Force.
So yeah, here you
I
have,
know there's one with the Pocket Station.
Yeah.
so here it's actually good to choose the first option, which is
Yeah.
convenient because I get to press the mash X.
Yeah.
Wait, was I supposed to mash square also?
You can if you want, it doesn't matter. Just don't mash them at the same time because we'll time slow down the won't let it go through the text box.
Ah.
At least on some certain text boxes you can.
I'll just mash X. This is a percent practice. Okay, I guess you don't actually choose anything yet.
No.
I think you have another scene with
Yeah.
the others first.
Yeah, the Mooma comes in, delivers the food, trips. Zell's gonna stop again. I think the first option was Zell.
And Selfie wants to kill the Moonbutt.
Yeah, so it's good.
Right, draw a cure. Well, Zell has Curaga, but I don't think he has any cures.
Yeah.
Maybe that's her. Maybe that's the problem. He has no cures.
Yeah. We only have Piragas.
And yet you still have 100 Curaga.
I like how Moomba was bringing in an empty tray.
What happens if you pick the second option?
One of the options later for opening up the shortcut from the floors is not available.
Ah. So just like picking the first option for
Yeah.
Squall?
Yep.
Where are you getting cures?
You have Piraga selfie. Use them. I just gave it to him.
Selfie has Curagas?
Yeah, I just gave her the 100 of them in the last menu.
But she needs to draw cures. Yeah. So here's the second action. The second option is funnier, but the first option is actually useful. And apparently,
No speedrunning strats, folks.
apparently, actually making the game faster is more important than funny stuff. I'm obviously in the wrong marathon.
We have $64.50 from Driscoll ad. I'm apparently the greatest Canadian in the history of Canadiana, so I'll do it all by myself. Cactor to be named Poser. See you in a couple hours.
Is Cactor met yet?
What's that? Is it 100 for Cactor?
I don't know. But yeah, there you have
Is
to
it
pick
100
the
for
first.
Cactor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rust stinks. I don't know. I like the flowers thing better, but that's just me. I mean, who cares if that means you get into more encounters because you have to walk more? Funnier. Wait. Do I just walk right back where I was?
Yeah. You can take over now.
Whatever you think is good.
No.
Actually, probably when Zell was big would be a good.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that donation from Driscollad, Cactar is met.
Woo!
Thank you, Driscollad.
Jumbo Cactar.
Well, Jumbo
Details.
Cactar is the boss, Cactar is the GF.
Yeah.
I believe that leaves Eden and Odin.
Yes.
Actually, kind of works. Eden and Odin.
Yeah.
They're going to be Eden versus Odin, like an SBDQ.
They donate for both, I'll do it. So I get both anyway.
Well, there you go. If you meet both Eden and Odin, well,
They'll fight each other.
Eden will be cast against Odin. And then you could probably go take a bathroom.
Yeah.
Details.
Yeah, it's probably good that you took over because I wouldn't have been able to remember which one was which.
Yeah, commentator spot.
The commentator spot.
Yep.
Yeah, Rennie doesn't want it.
I don't know what I'm going to be able to offer up.
Well,
Do some more blindfold fall clad.
I can bang that out when you're running. That'll be over too.
Look like those are getting 40 attacks again.
can you run for this battle? No, okay. That's good.
Give me an attack.
If you could run from this battle, it would be faster, right?
Yeah.
If it actually still progresses the
I
story.
mean,
Yeah.
it wouldn't progress the story.
If it's there.
Yeah. And not many GFs actually get experience in that. Only Zell's GFs get experience. I think he has Diablos.
Which is why you gave all
That's right,
those
yeah.
extras over the selfie, right?
Yeah.
So that cells would get more EXP.
Well, no. Maybe an Ifrit route. Yeah. I would only have Ifrit there. But
Why does it even matter how much EXP you
not
get?
this one doesn't.
I mean, in the ammo route, you want to reach
Level 10.
level 10.
Yeah.
Because you can't learn ammo recon otherwise. Apart from summoning, and I guess Gilgamesh isn't technically summoned, but close enough. I mean, the only levels that ever matter mechanically in this game at all for GFs are Ifrit reaching level 10 and Siren reaching level 100.
Yeah. So, have you beaten FF8?
No, actually. So.
Well, here you go.
I know, right? I'm going to get all the strats.
Oh, and no spoilers.
All the strats? Do this. For about 9 hours.
That's what I'm picking up.
Well,
Yeah.
Spoiler 13 is you just mash X for.
Mash X, auto battle. Auto battle
No,
is better.
no, of course
Okay.
not. You also need to press
Awesome.
L1.
Oh yeah, there's L1.
Awesome.
Every now and then
Run
start and
FF8.
select.
Do this for 9 hours. That's all you do FF8.
Yeah, I've posted it quite a few times. I have one of those birds that drinks from a cup continually, and I always post pictures before I participate in the marathon. Actually, I forgot this time of it standing next to a PS2 controller. It was just labeled like Pro FF8 strats.
So yeah.
Alright, so
Double Cactar has
this
been
is
met.
Bacon Wedge.
Thanks to donation by Driscoll.
Wait, Selfie doesn't have?
Me.
Or does she not have the
Just
AC junction?
She doesn't have a. I don't know. We'll find out in a second what she does.
Wait, did you say donation from Driscoll? Isn't that guy supposed to be sleeping?
That's what he said.
Okay.
Where is he?
Is that on?
Wait, what?
Oh, he's
so-
supposedly.
Wait, doesn't your notes say beats first?
Oh, okay. Don't go.
Now menu junction itself,
Nice.
the auto
Yeah,
attack.
because I learned HP
No, I
jumps
take
in there.
seriously from what I've heard for previous for those airport trips.
Oh, yes.
Driscoll and Brett.
So, yeah, I mean, huge props to both Driscoll and Brett, not only for killer donations, but for those of you who haven't been to Edmonton, just hit up Google Maps and type in YEG. That's the Edmonton Airport code, YEG. It'll show you...
Egg?
YEG.
Yeg.
Oh.
Well, the Y is for every airport in Canada.
Yeah.
And then egg.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then understand that where our marathon is in like the northeast corner of the city. So you'll have to zoom out a lot to see where the airport is relative to where we are.
And there's also the fact that there was a huge snowstorm
Oh yeah.
this past few days.
Yeah, exactly. It's a 45-minute drive in each direction in good weather. So like an hour and a half to do an airport run if the roads are good. It's been more like almost 2 hours to do an airport run just on the road. Like not even counting the time you're waiting in the airport. Driscollad has done 3 airport runs. Bretatron has done 3 airport runs, and Driscollad is going to be doing a 4th. Sadly, far too soon to bring zoning back home, which is a shame. We're going to miss the guy. But
I'm not thrilled about it.
yeah, well, I mean,
Call
it
in
sucks.
sick.
I understand. That unfortunately doesn't work with university classes.
Yeah.
But, you know, we all understand. I mean, I think it's great that you were able to come for as long as you did.
Yeah, I'm really
It just kind of
happy.
sucks that you couldn't stay for longer.
Right, you got to see the BSFF.
Yeah.
Technically, because it's one point fight.
What's the paradigm?
Yeah.
And we got to see you absolutely beast FF13.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
Well, he didn't get to see
amazing.
half of it because he was blindfolded.
That blindfolded fight was awesome. That was, yeah. I think so far 2 of my top moments have to be the blindfolded fight and the blindfolded Zell card, because both of those take some mad skills.
And I like how at the end of the Zell card it was like, okay, do you think there's like this spot down there is like actually change the card.
Was I close to
in
losing any of the
place?
games?
No,
No.
no.
Boy.
I think there was one game where you played Ifrit to the lower right corner, which was really not the move you should have made, but they had such a weak hand. The
Yeah.
Zelsmonk had such a weak hand that game, you were never in any risk of losing.
Yeah. Well,
Had she had a stronger hand, which she could have, I think you might have lost that one because the Ifrit to the lower right was definitely the wrong move. But other than that, I think you played every move perfectly.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a single mistake other than that one play of the Ifrit card, which is pretty impressive. We figured it was 6 games. I guess we can always go back and see the Twitch archive, but you basically played 6 full games with 1 wrong move. So, yeah.
Yeah. And also for those who want to run FF8, these exact notes that I'm using are posted online in the SDA forums. You can actually follow along if you have them.
So there you go, Zoning.
Yeah, you'll be an expert in no time. And
yeah.
actually, if people really want to see how the game has evolved, all of my notes from SGDQ are still posted, and I think possibly even some older notes from TSG marathons are posted. So, yeah, if you ever wanted to take a look at just how much...
Plus the old segments is running for FF8.
Oh,
on
it's
the
still
site.
up there, yeah.
Yeah.
And hilariously, this game has evolved so much that what used to be the segmented route, it started as kind of the basis for the single segment route, but it has evolved so much that segmented run, we could now take the single segment route, do it segmented, and beat the old segmented run with essentially a single segment route. That is how much this game has
Yeah.
evolved.
Wow. Alright, so Mach, why don't you tell us what's going on in the game?
Well, the screen faded to black, and we're mashing X.
Yeah,
So-
welcome to FF8 running.
I need my left hand to hold up here to walk through this red hub.
Alright, so we're going to need to hold up here to walk to a red button.
While mashing X.
While mashing X, yes, sorry.
So, I mean, have they explained to you kind of the basis of what happens in FF8, the gist of how you break the game?
I've heard, yes.
Okay.
The gist might not even be vague enough of a term to convey the extent of my knowledge about it. If you were to tell me, I'd say, oh yeah, no, I know that. But could I tell you? No.
Have we broken the game yet?
The answer is yes.
Yes.
That's an unfair
Oh yeah,
question.
8 is famed for being completely broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically because your status upgrades largely don't come from leveling up. In contrast to say 13, where that's pretty much all your
yeah.
stats
You
come from.
do get stat increases from leveling up. They are
But-
really, really
You want to do
low.
your GFs.
Yeah.
right?
Well, and so what happens? You get minor stat increases from leveling up. Enemies scale and level with you, and they get much bigger stat
Yeah.
increases from leveling up. So you want to keep your level low. Which
Oh
I
crap!
mean,
Oh
kind of
crap! Oh
lends
crap! Oh
itself-
crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!
Uh-oh, he screwed this part up.
You're caught. And
Badly.
I don't have Zell
Ouch.
Junction.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
This
Oh,
is
oh.
not going to be pretty. Oh, okay.
Actually, I did have Zell Junction.
Saved.
He's dead.
It probably didn't even need to use the...
No, I forgot I had Zell Junction.
Yeah. But, okay, so the idea is, first off, you have to keep your level low, which just naturally lends itself to a speed run.
Yeah.
Keep my level low, okay, I can do that.
That battle's actually avoidable.
Where you get your major stat upgrades is from what's called junctioning.
Mm.
So, for each spell you have in your inventory, because spells are consumable items
Yeah,
in this
draw.
game. Yeah, exactly. You
Okay.
can draw them, or you can refine
items,
them
yeah.
from items.
Is that why you get the Zell card?
Yes.
Ah.
Well,
And-
Actually,
No,
Well, it's not
the Keep this
necessary,
card.
but
It helps.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
well, we'll get to that.
All right.
All right.
It's why we get to keep this card. Let's put it. Let's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
start with that.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. So, for each spell you have in a character's inventory, because characters, let's say equip spells, that's the best word to use here.
All right.
You can, if you have a Guardian Force, a summoned monster, basically, equipped on that character, the Guardian Force gives you abilities like the ability to junction one of your spells to HP, or the ability to junction one of your spells to Strength.
For example, Ifrit has Strength Junction when you get him, so automatically you can junction to Strength. I have more an HP Junction first thing, so now he has an HP and a Strength Junction, which are like the main two. Bump his HP up, so when he's low health, he can do limit breaks, and then Strength Junction, so he can do more damage.
That was kind of fast for someone who's not already
Yeah.
familiar with
No, I
it.
got it. I think I got it at least.
So all you have to do is get some Guardian Forces with the ability to junction spells to stats, and then you just need good spells for each stat. So for example, if you have 100 Kiragas, that is a great junction to put on your HP. It's kind of a cruddy junction to put on your strength, but the triple spell is a great junction to put on your strength. Like
Okay.
different spells junction to different stats differently.
And do they scale with the amount you have? Or
Yes.
All right.
You can have up to 100 of each spell equipped on a character, and it is strictly multiplicative. Like 100 of a spell junction to a stat is twice as good as 50 of a spell junction to a
Oh,
stat is twice as good as 25. Strictly multiplicative. So basically, get a few Guardian Forces and get 100 of some spells that junction really well onto certain stats. And I mean, if this is what you get from leveling up in terms of stat increases, I'd have to touch the ceiling to show you what you get in terms of bonuses from
Yeah.
junctions.
In order to get those spells, we have to actually learn refining abilities.
Mm.
Helpful enough, they give us the refining abilities from the GS we get.
Yeah, so for example, you learn Life Magic Refine, and that allows you to turn 10 tenths, easily purchased, into 100 Kiragas, which you then slap on your HP. So,
All right.
and because you're staying low level, enemy stats are low level, and like I said, enemy stats just go up hugely. The higher level you are, the harder this game gets in casual play,
Oh,
and
wow.
definitely in a speed run.
It's honestly
So-
like one of the big mistakes a lot of new players to this game make is
Yeah.
leveling up.
Oh yeah, exactly, because the game just gets harder and harder and harder the
Just
more you
because-
level, because you grow like this, enemies
But of
grow
course,
like
you're
this.
going into this game like
Thinking
back
you
in the
need
old
to
days
grind.
from like Final Fantasy VII,
Yeah, grinding
And-
makes everything better.
like
or
now
any
suddenly grinding
any
is.
FF instead of 8.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying like back when this first came out,
Yeah.
like 7 was
Yeah.
right before it,
Yeah.
and so like grinding, that's materia, all that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you come here, and it's like
the exact opposite. So
Oh
yeah.
wait, the enemies are getting stronger.
So yeah, by staying low level, we keep enemy growth like this. Yeah, sure, our growth is like this too from levels, except we're up at the ceiling because of, you know, all these junctions we put on.
Yeah.
So it's kind of around the end of disc 1.
Yeah.
It's a 4-disc game.
Yeah.
That you finally learn all the abilities you need to do things like transform the Christus card into 180
Yeah.
triples. So you give 100 triples to one character, 80 to another, slap them on strength. You have 100 Kiragas for a couple of people on your health. So suddenly you have like 3,000 HP and the enemies have like 50.
And pretty much,
So-
pretty much that's all you need.
Yeah,
You
and
need some
then
extra stuff to help out a little bit. Yeah.
and then sort of the other half of the broken game equation, something called limit breaks. Every time you bring
Yeah.
up the menu for a character, if they are in what's called a crisis level internally, but basically think if they're at low health, if other party members are dead, if things are going badly for them, they get the possibility to use a limit break. So now, but of course you can menu switch. This is post Final Fantasy IV. Was it 5 or 6 that introduced switching? You can like skip turn for a character and go to another character.
So can I interrupt this explanation real quick for a comment?
Tell you what, I'll just finish it for continuity. I'll be like,
I think it's 6.
it's 6 that introduced that? Well, in 8, you can switch between your characters, but every time their menu comes up, it re-rolls the RNG to see if you get a limit break. So you're going to see when he fights the coming boss, he's going to have Renoa in critical health, and he's just going to go switch, 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 until he gets Renoa's limit break. She is so overpowered from the 100 triples that she can kill the boss in one limit break. So yeah, he's just going to go ching, 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 ching until he hears the little ding that the limit break indicator is there. He'll use the limit break and kill the boss in one hit.
So
That
you
is how
see how
broken.
FF8 is broken?
Yeah. I think it lends itself to it.
Let's just say from now on, there's like maybe 2 bosses left in the game, other than Ultimate that I only kill in one turn.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a boss fight. I kid you not.
Well, it's not.
It's a boss fight.
I can't. Well, I could use dual here, but dual. And
There we go.
By the way, Zoe!
Zoe Cannon!
Okay, we need.
Oh,
Hold on, let go of the. Oh, aw.
Not show.
It didn't show.
Oh.
But Zoe Cannon!
8,000 damage.
Yeah,
Zoe's
boss
so
dead.
strong.
Oh, God.
And that's it.
She just killed, well, it was a mini boss, but yeah, 3 enemies she killed in
It's
one
basically
shot.
the boss of this area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. That is FF8 running.
Yeah. And then we get Diablos, who gives us encounter none, so I'll have to fight any random encounters.
Yeah, and you.
Well, you start with encounter half and then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Encounter
so
half.
yeah, first Diablos, the GF, doesn't know either of these abilities, but you have to learn encounter half first, which I think
We've already
actually
known, yeah.
is actually encounter 1/4. It reduces your encounters to 1/4.
I did not know that.
I think that's the case. I've seen that somewhere. Someone actually decompiled the code and found there was an error in the encounter half code, and it's really
It
encounter
seems like it
1/4.
would be like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then once you know that, you learn encounter half. We learned that about halfway through disc 2, so no random encounters for the rest of the game either. And most bosses die in one hit.
In this cutscene right here, they say you have to hold right. Character found out that you don't actually have to push anything.
The only way you can game over is if you
Touch left. If I touch left, I game over. Doesn't matter. I hold right and then hit left once. I'm game
So
over.
you have a small
Okay.
little break right here.
I see, yeah. Washing break, basically.
So technically, I have a game over button.
Useful. So I think now would be a great time to do donation comments,
Yeah.
because
Okay,
we
so-
have a long cutscene here.
So we have a $1 donation from Jeffrey Pan. No comments, but thanks for the donation. And we have a $10 donation from Cian Chow. So I donated yesterday, but apparently my comment didn't go through in time. My name's pronounced Cian, but nice try, Meta. It's awesome to see not only my favorite game being played, but also being played for such a great cause. $10 for singing the Batman challenge. Hi to all the other Aussies out there.
Yeah, I guess that's somewhere else where it would be daytime
Yeah.
right now. Yeah.
This is a really good
About,
over in Australia.
Have to give a
13
shout
hours
out.
ahead of us, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I have to give a shout out to Potato Handle there and see if he
He's
can.
going to be in the bonus stream, I believe.
Yes, he is. Potato Handle, another Aussie, is going to be playing Lost Odyssey in the bonus stream afterwards.
And that's a really, really good game and a really, really good run.
Yeah, we have some seriously cool runs coming up for our bonus stream, which is after the marathon proper. It's going to be Wednesday and Thursday North American time. We have some greats like Secret of Evermore lined up. They're all Square Enix or Final Fantasy games, so to sort of represent the other side of Square Enix, since they're not just Final Fantasy. Yeah, we have Secret of Evermore, Lost Odyssey lined up. We also have with Final Fantasy.
We have another FF4 run.
Yes, as Brosentia is going to do his memory corruption.
Final Fantasy IV.
Yep.
Another amazing,
Runner.
just
Yeah.
hilarious run.
There's been some memory corruption glitches discovered in FF4, and it is...
Not to spoil anything for the bonus stream, but...
No, I think we can say this without spoiling, that it's a very different run from the one Opta did to kick off our marathon.
I mean, like, not to spoil how it all works, but
Yeah, I'll let Brosentia describe that.
very different from Opta's run.
Those little purple things are draw points. They give me spells, like
Oh.
between like 5 and 15. Don't really need them.
Yeah, back in the day, like SGDQ, I used 1 or 2 draw points. I can't remember. They've all been eliminated.
You used
from the-
blind.
Yeah, I used blind. I think I also grabbed some triples on the way into Ultimasius Castle.
Yeah,
on
there's
that
a-
one.
And a couple aura draw points with shell draw points and another
Yes,
draw
Do
point.
Yeah, I drew Shell, which does the same thing as in every FF game. It ups your magic defense. And I drew Aura, and Meltdown.
Yeah.
I don't know how many your current route has.
10. Oh, I mean, how many I use?
Yeah.
In my practice run, I had 2 left over after for Ultimisia.
No, I meant how many draw points do you use?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's the same.
Like, I know you still use Shell and Meltdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's
In
another.
this route, yes, I do.
There is another great draw point, or sorry, another great spell in this game, just to up the level of how broken this is.
All right.
There's a spell called Meltdown, which does very little damage. It deals like 20 damage.
It does exactly
But
what
it-
it says.
But it has a very high probability of landing a status effect that reduces physical and magical defense to 0. And now remember what I told you about having like 100 triples junction to physical strength, and the enemies are low level. So now you're facing a boss, and these are, a few of the bosses that are extra tough. So instead of killing them in 1 turn, 1 limit break, he kills them in 2 turns. He has 1 person Meltdown at it, and then the other person limit break. Those are the complicated bosses.
Oh my god. So it's not quite all mashing X.
No.
A little bit of switching.
Yeah. Switching when I want to have the character junction. Make sure I have encounter none on when so I don't get memory encounters. And then just mash X. That's why the Japanese runners use turbo for this game.
Yes, definitely. It's actually like the improvements, and it might sound from my description like how could there be any improvements to this game if it's so broken? But it's all come from like minimizing the set of abilities you need to learn, really minimizing how much you need to go into a menu. For the bare minimum set of abilities and set of magic and stuff you need to learn. That's where all the
To
improvements
give you an
will come.
example, in Poxner's route, he used to have Vitality Junction. I got rid of Vitality Junction.
Which is physical defense.
Yeah. Because pretty much the only thing that hits me physically is Fujin and Raging. Actually, not even Fujin, it's just Raging.
Yeah.
And
Whereas I used... Oh, sorry.
and the Vitality Junction you used didn't really do much anyway.
It did something. That was for safety's sake because the end boss, one of its forms, it's an FFN boss, multiple forms. A couple of its forms use, pretty strong physical attacks. So for the marathon route back at SGDQ, I got like vitality junctions I learned and created and all that stuff just for safety's sake, marathon safety.
Yeah.
But the game has just evolved to the point where people went back and really investigated all the attacks the bosses use and went, almost all of them use magic attacks. Only a few use physical attacks. You know, Pox was wrong. Simple. You know, it was never really worth it to create these vitality junctions. And sure, it saves like 30 seconds, but it's 30-second save, so...
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean, well, that's pretty much what speedrunning comes from, is adding, you know, 30 seconds here and there and there and there and there and there and there.
And then suddenly it adds up to 15 minutes. Yeah, exactly.
And then we keep finding skips like the train skip that I found a month ago. That saves a minute.
Yeah, the game isn't super buggy in terms of being able to sequence break or skip things, but there have been a couple minor ones that have been discovered. And
I've been looking for some big sequence breaks, but haven't been fortunate enough to find them.
Back before SGDQ, I looked for big sequence breaks too in this game. Like, I tested...
The only thing I can think of for a sequence break right now would be to be able to get to Esther early. But
I'm not sure I've ever investigated that one. I tried to do things like clipping out of the Galbadia area and stuff like that, but I could never make anything work, so I don't know. Yeah, this game is not the huge sequence breaking glitch that some games are. In fact, there are almost no sequence breaks, and the ones that we do know about are fairly minor, like... Yeah, these are things that save, well, okay, the Renoa skip saves 2.5 minutes, the Sid skip saves like 7 seconds. Come on, I know.
That saves 7 seconds and you only need one try to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, because basically what that one is, as you walk into a room, there's a trigger line that when you cross, someone appears and chats at you, blah, blah, blah. It costs about 7 seconds. But we found a way, and we really don't know how. To clip past this line, we don't fully understand the glitch, but it's like, it saves 7 seconds on a 9-hour run. It's a bit of an eye roller of a skip.
Oh, you need to do the other stuff.
Just a bit of flair.
Yeah, exactly. And
let's talk to the guy there.
I was actually the one who discovered it, and I discovered it live during a marathon. During a TSG marathon, I clipped past that, and I was going, wait, isn't Sid supposed to appear and talk to you here? And I thought I was going nuts, and people were like, he appeared, and I'm, you know, of course I was running FF8 single segment, like for being here for a marathon. And, you know, this skip is something like, what is it, 7 hours into the run, would you say?
Very at this 3, so right now I'm off, really PS3, but for PS2 probably 6.5 hours in.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So I thought I was going nuts, right? I'm on like my 10th espresso of the night, and I'm on, okay, I guess he appeared. And then I went back and watched the archives, and I'm like, no, I totally skipped it. So yeah, I discovered it live during a marathon, and we still don't understand how it works. I sent that over to the Taxers at Tax Videos, and there's a pretty awesome, it's a small group, but pretty awesome group of FF8 players over there. They couldn't figure it out. Because they were like, yeah, you have to flutter on the walk button instead of run to get the skip, and I'm like, no, I didn't. I was just holding the controller. I wasn't touching the walk button. And we've reproduced it a couple of times. I don't think I got it during SGDQ. I can't remember. But yeah, like we still don't fully understand that skip.
There are some skips that you can do that actually don't help you. There's one I actually accidentally did earlier in Laguna Sequence 2, skipping the bridge talk. I think Parker did it one time off stream, on stream, where skipped it and then went always down to the end of the town, and you didn't get the trigger for the and finishing off the town there.
Yeah.
You had to go all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah, there's a pretty similar skip near the end of town that I got live on stream once. It's another line skip where you have to cross a trigger line, and it starts some dialogue, and then you can continue in the story. Well, let's say the corridor you have to run through is this big. The line trigger is this big. So there's like, if you hug one, I say wall of the corridor, it's actually like a path through a grass field.
Yeah.
Go on the grass, but you know, essentially, if you hug one wall of the corridor, you skip the trigger, and you have to go all the way back to the beginning and come back into the room. Because for whatever reason, if you skip the trigger, you can't like walk back and trigger it from the other side.
There's a difference in the route that Toxler did. I'm actually going to fight these guys, since it allows me to avoid pushing the missile into the missile slot.
Yeah, this is one of the bigger changes since SGDQ, aside from the Vitality Junction removal, is that, yeah, there were a lot of different ways through this area, and I always thought I had found the fastest way, but you can get up to one random encounter and still be faster than my way through here. Which is interestingly the way I did it.
Actually, super encounter. With one random encounter, I save 30 seconds.
And with two
I would
random
save
encounters,
like 8 or 9 seconds.
okay, it's basically equal then with
Yeah.
two random encounters. Okay.
And plus, I don't have to tire my thumb pressing square.
The other way, the other reason I did it the other way in the past two is money used to be a bit of an issue in the older route, and if you did it my way, your seed rank increased.
Yeah.
And in a total break from other FF games, you get paid every so many steps based on your rank in this paramilitary force seed,
Yeah.
as opposed to getting money from battles or
Yeah.
anything like that.
No
Yeah.
more
So
ever
kind of
money.
like with 13, where you only get money from like
Selling.
selling.
Selling, yeah.
Yeah.
Trump that way too, mostly.
And here's another battle.
So my rank would increase if I do it, if I were to do it the way I used to do it. Stop holding LNR. We want Zoe Cannon to be front and center.
Oh, okay, there's like Canton now too. There's 3 actually.
Zoe Cannon!
Oh, Woo! So, yeah, money used to
Nines,
be a
anyone?
problem in this route to buy enough things to refine and enough ammunition because one of your characters, his limit break, uses consumable items.
Is that a revive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we found a super easy way that's literally 2 seconds out of the way to get a ton of money. It literally takes 2 seconds in a speed run to get a ton of money, and somehow this was like actually one of the most recent discoveries in FF8 running. That discovery is no more than 6 months old, and calling it a discovery is laughable.
What is it?
The weapons one.
But didn't you get it at SGDQ?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It was discovered just before SGDQ. When someone in my chat was like, "If you need money, why don't you do X?" And it was literally 2 seconds out of the way. If not 1
Yeah.
second. And it was like,
Wow.
it was so embarrassing. So yeah, now things like, had he gone through this base my way, he would have gained a seed rank, which ups his pay for basically the rest of the game, which adds up over the course of a lot of paychecks, which gives you enough money to go on the big shopping trip you need to go on in Disc 3. Now, he grabs an item that's 1 second out of the way, sells it for 25,000 gil, and that more than makes up for any decrease in seed rank. So that was one of those times where I had done something the same way for so long that all it took was one person thinking 1 second outside the box, and it was like, well, that was embarrassing.
So with this route, I actually have to go back in here to set the missiles to miss.
Yeah, basically what's happening in the game right now, you've divided into 2 different parties.
There's no one counter.
Yeah, and one party is going to Valen Garden to try to save it from incoming missiles. I don't know how, by like waving white flags or something.
Well, I think warning them to evacuate or something.
Oh yeah, that's actually it. And this other party has gone to the missile base to try to stop the activation, the launch of the missiles.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, in my old route, I would talk my way through, Assassin's Creed style here, and actually deactivate the missiles using their control panels and whatnot. But now FF Gamer just sets off all the alarms, causes panic.
You can go right to the end of this place.
Yeah, slaughters everyone, and then comes back in afterwards to deactivate the missiles. And that's one where, yes, so long as he only gets 1 random encounter in here, it's faster, and he doesn't gain the seed rank, because if you do it all schmoozy, you gain a seed rank.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, you can actually gain 2 seed ranks in this place. So I think 10 minutes on the timer was also the way they're doing it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna gain one, and then
But I would have gained 2.
Yeah.
That's true.
I might lose one, so I'm kind of could either be roll 5 or 6 after this place. Depending on lose the. Cause I lose something for not. I don't lose a whole scenery, but I don't like.
You lose something.
I lose partial of a ring.
Okay.
So just
This
a reminder
menu-
with Hawksnor mentioning Balam Gardens a bit ago, Leviathan's name is 30-40 minutes away.
No.
Well,
Leviathan
that's
is
occupied Balam, so that's
No,
after.
Leviathan is north.
Oh my gosh! Sorry, I was thinking Pandemonic.
Yeah,
Yes.
Pandemona
Oh
is
my gosh.
occupied Balam.
Yes, Pandemona is occupied Balam, but yeah, Leviathan is the end of Balam Garden, so yeah, 30 to 40 minutes away. So if you want to get donations in for Leviathan, now is the time
Mine is
to do
around
so.
5 hours, and then yeah.
So what are we sitting at currently, Rennie, for Leviathan?
Leviathan?
Ogo
It
Pogo.
hasn't- I mean, Leviathan is currently at $15 for Whooper Z in the head in the lead.
For what, sorry?
Whooper Z.
For the
Whooper.
Whooper?
Whooper's at. Okay.
And Ogopogo is at 10, so
Wow, if someone wants to reclaim Ogopogo, now's the time to donate.
or even
Getting
Snipe
your
with
own
a new
name.
name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Drop 20 and say, haha, I'm winning.
If you name it, you can actually say I'm winning.
You need sunglasses for that one. So, anyhow, I just want to remind everyone that all these donations are going to an absolutely great cause. It's JDRF, which is a global organization focused on type 1 diabetes research. They have more than 100 locations worldwide, and they are the largest charitable supporter of type 1 diabetes research worldwide. They have provided over $1.6 billion for type 1 diabetes research since they were founded. And right now, they are funding 53 human trial stage experiments on type 1 diabetes dealing with the cure, prevention, and treatment of type 1 diabetes. So
Yeah.
let me tell you, every dollar is going to a great cause, and you can totally get your name for something.
And another boss battle. This one actually takes 2 turns because once they kill the boss, a second set of enemies come out.
So this is the first time that FF Gamer is doing, what did I decide to call it in
Limit
the end?
chaining?
Limit chaining. So a limit break in the queue of
Oh,
action.
Hold on,
shit.
hold on.
Oh.
No,
I
we
used the wrong
can't
one. I used the wrong one.
Uh-oh.
I used the wrong limit break. It's fine. What I'll do here is I'll wait.
Wait for Renoas to
Yeah.
kill, then do
15,
duel.
15.
So this is totally not how this boss battle was supposed to go down.
Zoe Cannon.
Yeah.
What does it want the Zoe Cannon? How's
No,
that?
we get in!
Let's kill her. Thank you.
So what limit chaining is anytime you put a limit break into the queue of actions to take place, so that's the queue of all of your character's actions and all of the actions enemies would take. Limit breaks jump to the head of that queue immediately. So as soon as this tank is destroyed, there are going to be 3 soldiers that run out. But FF Gamer is guaranteeing that Renoa, or Foxnor in this case, thank you, Internet, will act before any of the enemies act. And the reason is because he's put Renoa's limit break into the queue, so it jumps to the front. And that's actually more important than you might think in this battle, because I think it's one of the soldiers cast Confuse.
Well, they talk. If I don't have a move yet, they'll start talking first before the battle starts.
Yeah, their first
The
action is
limit break
to
actually
talk.
the limit break actually goes in before they even talk.
I think they still talk a little here, but
They'll say ha ha ha, but that's it.
yeah, hot hot hot. But they would talk a whole lot more if there weren't a limit break in the queue.
So we can again.
Plus-
Zoe Cannon!
Plus, they can cast Confuse, which is the one deadly thing in a speed run.
Curse is also pretty bad too.
Okay, yeah, Curse, Confuse, and Cerberus's Quake are basically the only 3 things
Curse
that are
doesn't allow me to
deadly.
use limit breaks anymore if I kill.
Yeah. Oh.
The enemy
So
saw
it unbreaks the game. You have that element.
Worst trigger here ever. You gotta actually find out, oh, can we escape? You gotta actually check both of these doors.
Yeah, this game is full of dumb triggers, and to activate the dialogue, yeah, you have to try both doors and then run back to the center.
I actually didn't try both doors, I just walked to a spot where it looks like I was trying the doors.
Oh yeah, you don't have to press X,
Yeah.
but you have to run up to one door, run up to the other door, and then run back to the center.
Pretty much the only thing I have to
That
mash.
That is the trigger. And if you think that is a ridiculous trigger, just wait until we get to Occupied Balam. That is the improvement that FF
Oh.
Gamer found. It
I
changed-
didn't find it. The Japanese runner was doing it, and I timed
Oh.
it. Yeah, the Japanese runner did it, and I timed it, and I found it saves a huge, at least over a minute.
Yeah, I think we timed it something like a minute and a half over my old route for Occupied Balam.
It looks very slow, but it saves so much time.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not sure if it would have saved time on a PS3,
I think it does save time. Yes.
even on a PS3.
Yeah.
So that's another big change. From when I ran FF8 at Summer Games Done Quick, I played it on a PS3 because PS2s with fast disk loading speed, while faster, much shorter loading times, or crash. They're crashy. But we found that that was only some models of PS2, so I went
Mainly
out
the
and
old fats.
yep, which is what I had. So I went out and found one of the last models of PS2 they made, which is Slim, and FF Gamer found one. I think that's what Frog Karn plays on, which is what Japanese players play on. And yeah, this model of PS2 doesn't crash on fast disk speed, and I kid you not, the difference between a PS3 and a PS2 with fast disk speed is an hour in this game.
It's close to an hour, yeah.
Yeah, or like 55
I
minutes
think
or something.
my-
That is black. That is black screen. Like the transitions between
Yeah.
screens.
Yeah.
It is so much slower on a PS3. It's an hour difference on this game.
When me and
Just
Papa were
on
doing
loading
PS3
times.
runs, we were like, yes, we got into 10 hours finally.
Yeah.
And
I was
right now,
like, yay, over 850.
840s now, like 849, 848.
Now
Yeah.
some of that is some route improvements from way back when I did this on
Yeah.
PS3.
Yeah, but still.
But comparatively little, as opposed to just loading time differences. The black screen was so much longer on a PS3.
To give you an example, just getting out of the garden, which means only starting the game, which is the opening cutscene, naming the character, and getting in the garden, I save like 25 seconds.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, just walking out of the building you started
Yeah.
25 seconds faster. So imagine how that adds up over a 10-hour PS3 run versus a 9-hour
Yeah.
PS2
Yeah.
run.
I'm saving minutes on the hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a $6 donation from Leo Evangelista. Thank you for doing this. This is my first time watching this. This is one of my favorite games, and I'm diabetic, so this means a lot to me. I'm also jealous that you guys get to play games for charity.
Hey, I have to admit, we really like it too. We sure as heck wouldn't be doing this if we didn't like it, right everyone?
Of course.
Yeah. I actually hate it, but. okay. Alright, I'm gone. Kidding, obviously.
That's why you get half a game.
Yeah. Actually, that's because my life has been crazy lately, but still.
Here.
I'm here.
Yep, that's what matters.
Okay.
Okay, so this route for getting the zoo to show up, I actually went to visit 3 places, and actually Coxmore came up with the route.
Yeah, this one is still one of my contributions that has stood to this day.
Yeah.
You skipped the library.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go back
just
to the
do them in a
library.
different order.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
doing it
whatever.
this way, because I can use the D-pad to walk from the library to the front much quicker than I can use the analog.
Oh, clever. So small improvement over how I did it. Anyhow, it used to be thought back in the day, and even I think in the TAS of FF8, that you had to go to, basically, he's trying to make a trigger happen. He wants a character to appear. Shu is the character's name. And it's kind of like each part of the garden you visit, and based on what you do there, it increments a hidden counter, and once the hidden counter hits a certain
Here's one of them.
threshold, Zhu appears in the main area of the garden, and then you can talk to her about
So right there, apparently, those children in that training center being attacked, and I'm like, okay, bye-bye. Don't care about them.
But anyhow, yeah, it was thought you had to visit 4 places to get the counter high enough. I was actually the one to discover this, so I'm kind of proud of this. It's one of the few things that stood to this day and hasn't been improved. You only have to visit 3 places, provided in the library here you talk to one of the people and get an item. For whatever dumb reason, that increments the counter a really tiny bit. Just enough to make you appear if you go to the 2 other places. And that saves... Wow, how much time do you think that saves? Probably, I'd say at least 30 seconds, maybe bordering on a minute.
Talking to her?
No, doing the 3.
Well, there's other combinations of 3 I could do. It just doesn't happen to be faster than this.
No,
3.
I meant like back in the day, and I think in the task they visited 4, right? And with the discovery of the 3 visits route, I think that shaved at least 30 seconds.
And with this 3 combination, that's the only battle I fight in this area.
Yeah.
The other 2 areas I visit, the one I to the left, and the other one I decline fighting the battles.
In casual play, pretty much a common misconception, you have to get up through every area.
Here's the one I talked to.
Yeah, Nitrodon's definitely right. It's, I would guess, a common misconception in casual play that you have to visit every area to make sure appear, and you most certainly do not. Yeah, I remember when I switched to PS2, got the Slim, I was like, wow, the screen transitions are so fast, and they still look painful by modern standards. But the screen transitions on a PS3, and that's if you're playing the PSN version on PS3, it's an hour added to this game, because every one of these screen transitions
that's actually
is so
pretty
much
sad.
smaller.
That's actually the second fastest there is.
I don't know.
PS3, PSN version.
I don't know if you played Skyrim on console, the screen transitions there are pretty long.
Oh, okay. Actually, no, the PS3 PSN isn't the second fastest, it's the 3rd. PSP PSN with the emulated fast disk loading speed, I think is still a touch faster.
Emulated fast? What's that?
Basically, because you know fast disk loading speed, it's not like the disk is actually spinning faster. All it is, it's like a pre-caching thing, a look ahead. So on a PSP, you can set fast disk speed.
PSP, I was not doing the PSP.
Yeah, even though there's not a disk at all if you're playing the PSN version, but basically it just implements the same look ahead algorithm. So PSP with that fast disk speed is even faster than the PS2.
Actually, technically, that's not the fastest. PC version is actually the fastest.
Well, okay,
but no one counts. No one
the existence of that.
No one takes that into account.
Yeah.
If you saw the run on SDA, it's like faster than the TAS.
Oh, significantly faster, yeah.
Well, the TAS has pretty much a few PS1 loading speed.
Yeah, exactly. But anyhow, the problem with the PSP version with fast disk speed, even though there's no disk, is it's crashy like the fat PS2s with fast disk speed, so you could never do a single segment run on that. If anyone wanted to do a really hardcore segmented run of FF8, I would recommend the PSP with fast disk speed, because that's actually even faster than this one. Next is the PS2 with fast disk speed, and then next is the PS3 PSN version, which is what I ran at SGDQ, because we didn't know back then that the newer model PS2s with fast disk speed don't crash like the older ones do. And then, oh my gosh,
I think the PS2, well, I think all of them are equal if you don't have to use a disc.
No, they aren't, because the PS3 will make you, if you use
the disc on PS3 is slow.
Yes, that is the absolute slowest way to play the game, is a PlayStation disc in a PS3. So not the PSN PS3, but the actual PSX disc on a PS3. You'll want to kill yourself before you're adding wire cake. Like, the game is so slow, I would...
Go to the Batman machine screen transition.
Basically, I don't think it's an exaggeration to call it unplayable with a PlayStation disc on a PS3, even for casual players. You might be like, oh, I'm not a speedrunner. You'll want to rip your hair out on the first after 5 screen transitions.
That's incredibly counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I mean, why should disc reading be so much slower on a PS3 than a PS2? But I guess it must have something to do with the Blu-ray drive, or I don't know. But it is downright painful, the transitions on the PlayStation 3 with the PSX disc in there. Wow.
Yeah, that's why Railcoon was, you know, as a Legend Dragoon run, so like 11.5 hours. Like, when I was doing what you're doing on my PS3 with a disc, and I was like, oh, I was getting like 5-6 hours per disc. There's 4 discs. So I'm looking at like 20 hours per his 11.
Yeah, I don't think
His is 13.
13, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say, okay, this run is hovering around the 9-hour mark. Like, it's getting below that, but let's say, just for the sake of simple description, 9-hour mark on a PS2, 10-hour mark on a PS3.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be an exaggeration, but I don't have the physical patience to actually test it, that it would be a 14-hour run with a PSX disc on a PS3. It is that slow, the game. It is, unplayable barely begins to describe it.
So almost double the amount of time spent, and that's only from loading.
Mm-hmm.
The play is still going to be about the same.
Yeah.
Just the loading. So
And that's hard when you, that's the hard thing about comparing runs between people, is that not many people play the same system, so.
Yeah.
And then you get the Japanese runners, and they have elders, so Japanese text, and
But what about PAL on a PS3? Would that go?
I've never played a PAL, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I have no clue about the PAL stuff. I actually don't think there are many European FF8 runners. I'm not to insult anyone, we love you all. But yeah, I don't think, I think really North America and Japan are where most of the FF8 runners are. In fact, I don't think I've ever met or spoken to a European FF8 runner, which might just be my ignorance. And
You can get lag to kind of start running FF8, but
I don't think lag wants anything to do with FF8.
well, he did say he wants to run all the games he has. So maybe you just throw this one out the window when it came to it.
Well, just give it to Mercury and say it's first.
Or that.
cool little trick coming up here. Look up.
So we have $31 from Kevin Williams. No comment, but thank you very much for your donation.
Okay, so currently this come up as a cutscene. When I get to a certain point, I can start walking back up, and it'll continue. Right about there. I'm going back up.
Yeah, the elevator starts falling towards you, and you're like, ooh, elevator.
It continues.
So do we have any really, really, really good button mashers here?
Oh yeah, we need a masher. We need a hardcore masher. Are there any?
Alva's a hardcore.
I can try.
I can try.
You know what?
used to
Go
be able
for
to
it.
mash.
You know what? I think zoning should get the chance
I can
here.
help instead of sitting here and learning everything. What do do I need?
Okay, you're gonna match square.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a couple more screens, and then there's gonna be a giant wheel I have to turn. And it says once I start mashing square after this message, and then you start mashing square.
Yeah, basically what it is one person tries to turn the wheel, and you have to mash like 160 times in 10 seconds. To
No,
get
I think
it.
it's
Or 120, is it?
I think it's 100.
Okay. And then if you fail, a second character joins you, and you don't have to mash as much.
Yeah,
and then if you
I can
fail
the second one
that,
easy.
yeah, I can even do the second one. I'm a good masher.
Alright,
But
it's been a while.
and then if you fail at that, the third character joins you, and you just have to push square once in 10 seconds.
There you go. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Fail.
Oh!
That's how hard it is.
I think that was pretty close, actually.
That
Yeah.
had to have been really close.
I couldn't get the Twitch going till the end.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, now with two characters,
You know,
both
Christmas
FF
just looks like she's...
Yeah, Christmas looks like that. Counterintuitive.
yeah, both FF Gamer and I can do it with two, but neither of us can do it with
I have not
one.
even done one.
Oh, you have done
No,
it
I have
with
not
one?
even been able to do it.
Oh, yeah, I've never been able to do it with one. At SGDQ, we handed off the controller to Annie, and holy smokes, that guy can mash, and he got it with one.
Oh wow.
But I have never been able to do it without a turbo controller, and you've never been able to do it either. Yeah.
Run SDA does get it, but it's on a PC, so they use keyboard. It's a little bit easier to match on a keyboard than it is on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you can do custom key bindings.
Well, yeah. Well, this.
I don't think
this
it's
seems
handled.
like controllers don't seem to register.
Maybe,
as well.
or maybe.
Yeah, because
No, Eric Contrain is his button for configuration.
Or otherwise you can do it with the spin dash at times. So I could probably get the 100 presses doing it that style, but I wouldn't be able to get it all in one button.
I honestly thought it was 120.
It may be. I have no idea. I know
What it was.
Karakarn was working on the second one. The second one, I know it was 70 for the second one.
Yeah. Yeah, the second one both of us can do. And then the third one, if you fail the second one and a third party member joins you, you have to push square once
No,
in 10
30.
seconds. No, it's once, isn't
No,
it?
I
it's
think
30. I push it once, it fails. If you push the fourth one, I do push it once, and it works. Oh, no, the fourth time you get guaranteed no matter how many times you push it.
Even 0?
Even 0.
Oh, that's it, okay.
Okay, I was
If
gonna.
you fail, if you fail the third one with everybody, then you get a guaranteed fourth try.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what if the third one fails.
Yeah. I actually tested that out.
Yeah, I believe it. That's the kind of thing that I do.
So like, what happens if you just out fail? Game over?
I know.
Well, it's kind of weird in 13.
Where's the small gonna go? He's gonna go up here. Like, I'm gonna go this way. Oh wait, nope, I'm gonna go that way. And that's where he wanted to go. Is actually where he fell.
It was wet.
Yep.
Sometimes do that.
Then you want to use the door. Hit open the window. Oh, we got another boss coming up too.
You were saying something?
Oh, I was saying 13.2, you have to mash for some of the active time things, quick time events. And the faster you mash is actually slower because it is like built in to help the slower mashers. So if you mash like really slowly, it'll jump like 20%. Whereas if you're mashing really fast, it goes up like 5% of the time. So
You know, I've actually noticed, I don't know why, but if I mash particularly fast in 12 when I'm doing certain things like skipping cutscenes especially, like faster can actually be slower there too.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing in the Cydia. If I press start too soon, I get like a 3 seconds away on actually being able to pause the cutscene to skip it.
Yeah, and I think it has something to do with just the fact that it's loading and it's probably skipping inputs on lag frames or something like that. But I don't know. It's kind of hard to say.
There's a next boss.
Or like it thinks you're holding the button down there instead.
I did get a C level, so I'm
Pressing
6 now instead of 5.
Oh yeah, and that was because you chose the 10-minute
10-minute timer, yep.
activation
They
time
give me
to
an
get out
increase
the
of
base.
level, yep. Also, every enemy you kill is like a +1 modifier. Every 100 is what you get for the seed level.
And actually, if you get at any rank, you have to kill enough enemies to maintain that rank. Otherwise, you go down in rank.
That was close.
If everyone's blind, they don't help with food.
Nice. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, the zeros mean you're already dead.
So yeah, if you remember how I was talking about crisis level earlier, so like Irvine in low health allows him to get limit breaks. Now, because he's blinded, the status ailment actually increases his crisis level, which means two things. First off, he's more likely to get limit breaks when his menu comes up. And secondly, he is more likely to get a more powerful limit break, which in his case means longer time to pull the trigger with. Like Zell uses his sort of blitz-like inputs from, FF6.
Yeah.
And yeah, he gets longer to input more things. Someone like Squall can do hits with his limit break.
Quistis gets more damage.
Yeah,
I believe.
Quistis, her damage just goes up. Yeah,
Sophie
absolutely.
gets better spells.
Yeah.
And I believe higher chance of that.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
the way you
it's
yeah.
actually kind of messy.
Yeah.
The end is
there's-
pretty much
It's hard to explain.
Yeah, there's a really good hack on Game FAQs which actually
Explains.
decompiled all the code and figured out what's happening with Selfie's limit break, and it is a mess. it's like completely impossible to manipulate. It is. Yeah,
Better pop
it's.
that cover.
Yeah. So if you
Yeah.
didn't realize, the Cid is the headmaster of the garden, and wherever there's a Cid, there's a airship.
Oh, I'm the 13 guy, so there's. I got no
Please, he's
airship.
on there.
He's on there.
Please.
That's right, he's the Brigadier General.
Exactly.
You can't really have an airship.
I'm sorry.
Lindblom, right?
Oh, yeah, or. Yeah, he's on the Lindblom, and then you go to the Thalasia, yeah.
I suppose in 12, spoiler alert, Sid's son has an airship.
Yeah, Sid himself really doesn't do anything involving airships.
Were there 2 Sids in 12?
No.
Oh, there's Alcid.
Oh, yeah.
The,
Al Sid isn't a Sid.
he's
He's an owl.
He's an.
Yeah, he's Rosarian royalty, basically.
That's right.
And he shows up for like 2 cutscenes. Or no, 3.
Yeah,
Because
three.
he shows up in Valentine too.
So let's see, Leviathan is what, like 20, 15, 20?
Not that far away.
No, it's
Okay, I have to go
Leviathan.
up, and then you have like a couple cutscenes where I go outside view, and then
10.
Yeah.
Leviathan's
So-
10 minutes away.
Yeah, get your donations in for Leviathan. Let me double check.
Yeah,
It's
let's see what the
still
status
Wooper Z,
is.
15.
What is it again, sir?
Wooper Z.
Okay. And that's at $15.
And
we-
Ogopogo's at 10.
And hey, as we found out earlier on the stream, Ogopogo is actually a mythical Canadian sea monster, so why not? Marathon is in Canada after all. So I'm going to get behind Ogopogo and champion that one, but if someone else wants to get in with a different name, please feel free. And remember that all your money is going to a great cause, JDRF, the global organization focused on type 1 diabetes research, with a 3-pronged research approach to both treat, cure, and prevent type 1 diabetes.
and you also get entered their prizes if you get donate $5 for the artwork. And
Yeah,
games.
that's also true. Anyone who makes a $5 donation or more during Final Fantasy VIII is entered to win an absolutely beautiful painting of Squall by Micalia, a button set of the Final Fantasy VIII characters by Kiro, and a page of temporary Final Fantasy VIII tattoos donated by FF Gamer himself. And anyone who donates, hiccups. Anyone who donates $10 or more is automatically entered to win a copy of Final Fantasy VIII. And in fact, an original black case copy, and that was,
Might as well,
yeah, also donated by FF Gamer. Thanks, I just wanted to confirm that.
But it doesn't have a misprint, this one, does it?
No, unfortunately not. Earlier tonight we gave away a copy of Final Fantasy VII, which is not only the original black case, but was a rare misprint on the case of Final Fantasy VII. So,
What was the misprint?
The word masterpiece had the I raised up.
yeah, like, and actually printed over another letter or something.
Yeah.
It looks like a printing error, but yeah, it is very rare. There were not a lot of
Yeah, Mike
the misprint
I think Mike
copies.
Miyama checked his and he didn't have the misprint of his Wi-Fi one.
It did?
It did not, I think.
Oh, it did not. Okay. Yeah, so some great prizes here, and all your funds are going to a great cause. And you could get to name Leviathan. Or, who else do we have up for grabs?
Anemona, Griever, Cerberus.
Right,
On this
absolutely.
disc.
Actually,
Yeah.
before Pandemona, don't we have the concerts?
The concert, yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I
Yes,
totally forgot.
we do. Yeah, I totally forgot about that as well. There is a concert that
That's
for
actually
the-
after Leviathan.
Yeah, after Leviathan. There's a concert that 4 of the party members put on for Squall and Renoa. It's a very romantic, touching, poorly written scene. And you have a choice as to whether or not we play the Irish jig, which makes Renoa happy with Squall. Eyes on Me, a beautiful romantic piece, which makes Renoa unhappy with Squall. Or we can mix all the instruments up and play an absolutely aharmonious mess,
It sounds kinda funny.
which makes Renoa stop just short of killing Squall. So you can choose between happy Renoa, annoyed Renoa, and ticked off mad Renoa.
What you mean, happy
Hawk
Poxnor, pissed off Poxnor?
Right, yes, and don't forget, thank you, Internet, Renoa was named Poxnor to accompany Squall, who was named Metasparkle, and it speaks to the undying love between me and Metasparkle. So,
And for the concert right now, all we have is 20 on the Irish jig.
someone wants happy Renoa. Now, come on, Internet, if there's one thing I know you can do well, it's troll. And I know you really want.
Poxnorts want to kill Meta.
Exactly. You want to see me tear Meta a new one? I would donate for the,
The Harmonious?
yeah, a harmonious mess.
Are the insurance picked out for that?
I have some, yeah.
We have a $20 donation from Nicholas Hope. Sir BG says Leviathan Undine, or Undine. How's the pronunciation? I totally looked over it.
Well, it says Undine. Oh, Undine, sorry.
Oh,
Undine.
Undine. That's
Undine.
from
What's it
Secret
for?
of Mana. It's the water summon in Secret of Mana.
These words don't mention. Never mind.
Well, thank you.
Mention it.
Thank you very much for that donation, Sir VG.
I believe that puts it in the lead.
Yep.
There we go. So, Undine or Undine? I don't know. I always said Undine, but I
I
can't
always
tell.
say
It says pronounced.
As long as I can spell it.
Undine.
Undine? Okay. Undine.
Undine.
Yeah.
One N. Undine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Undyne, but.
Yeah, it's. Yeah,
Yeah.
I always said Undine, but maybe Undine.
Well, I know how to spell it.
Yeah.
Well, we get it. Translation.
Alright, yeah, so we have a new leader for,
Leviathan, but
Leviathan.
there's still a little bit of time.
yeah, exactly.
Not much, but
So,
I
I'm
have.
trying to decide when to cut off. Do you want to say when we enter, or
No,
sorry,
that's what I said. I was at the beginning of the battle because the talk before is forever.
yeah. Okay, so at the start of the Norg battle is when we're going to cut that off, when we do our final check.
5 hours in this time there.
I was going to try to snipe Leviathan, but I forgot my PayPal password. You can feel free to laugh at me now. I wanted to name it Fish, if you're curious.
How can you forget a password for PayPal?
I don't know any of my passwords, I keep them in an encrypted file. Just
And you forgot the encryption code.
No, that's the one password I remember is the encryption password on the file with all my passwords. That's, yeah. So I understand how you could forget a
I
PayPal
thought
password.
student ID number 41269. But then later you'll see the student ID number 8, the lady that's on the second floor.
See, and another reason he brought. I mean, he brought Reno and.
Oh, we're going to do a menu here.
Right,
No,
okay.
before I forget.
Oh wow, yeah. You almost missed the menu before Norg. Yikes.
I would have had to hit myself, that's what I was.
Yeah, so resting healed everyone. So he just switches the HP junction off and on a character. So his HP was healed to max when he rested automatically there. But he switches his HP junction onto another character, which brings the first character's max HP way down, and
Back
gets
to
the
normal.
current HP with it.
Yeah.
And then he switches the HP junction back onto the first character, which raises your max HP, but not your current HP. Now
Yeah,
putting
critical.
him in critical
And now we have
so he
guaranteed
can
prices
break.
now for all battles.
Yeah.
Stupid storyline use.
Yeah, so even when the game forces you to be returned to full health, you're just like, once you have the HP junctions, it's
So there's a
just
couple of
junction
fun
off,
to do, like
junction off.
the first Cypher, you get healed right before the battle,
Yeah,
but you just come one hit, and then that's why the day of battle takes a few turns.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the last boss on Disc 1
Yeah.
is one of the few bosses that actually takes multiple turns against one target, and it's because you get healed before the battle automatically. Because there's a party change, so you can't limit break in that battle. So you actually have to use regular attacks, but you're so overpowered anyway because your physical strength is so high that it only takes a few turns anyway. But that's like the slow boss battle in this game because it takes, well, if you get the Zell card, it takes 3 actions. If you don't, it takes
You
between
could do
4
it
and
with
6.
you could probably do it with 2 squall.
Yeah, you could probably do it that way too. Yeah. So 2
Thing is,
actions with
because-
strength
yeah.
plus 60 and
Because
like 4 without
well,
it.
enemies level up with you do, but there's a random factor as well, plus minus 20% of your level,
Yeah.
and so they may be either a little bit higher than you or a little bit lower than you, and then you can get random HP values that way.
In fact, it's guaranteed that it's
Yeah, 20%.
that every enemy that you battle, the enemy's level is either 20% higher than your average party level or 20% lower than your average
So
party
right now
level.
I-
It's a coin flip.
Yeah, I have what? Irvine, Squall, and Quistis. Irvine's 13, Squall is probably 10, Quistis is like 10. So that means it comes out to be 33 to average level 11.
Average level 11,
Yeah.
so the enemy's level is going to be either 13 or 9.
Yeah.
Right. And it will not be 10, 11, or 12.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, every enemy he faces with this party will be either level 13 or level 9. And remember how I said enemy stats increase really quickly with their level? That actually makes a significant difference to how much HP.
There's a point later when I fight propagators where one level can mean not killing them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not with strength plus 60 because
No.
you've got the Zell card
No,
that's guaranteed.
yeah, with that, with Elkhart, guaranteed.
So yeah,
You
this
don't normally get Zelcard, right?
No.
no, especially not for a marathon route because every time you play Zell's Mutton, the Zell card has a 10% chance of appearing, independent random. So on average, it's going to take 10 games just to make the Zell card appear.
And each game is about 40 seconds.
Yeah, and FF Gamer and I are actually sort of on one side of the fence compared to, say, Karkarn, who very firmly believes that getting the
If
Zell
you
card...
do get Zell first try, it would be faster, but that's, yeah.
Even if you got it first 2 tries, it's
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
But on average, 10 tries. So I am a very firm believer in not getting the Zell card in the speedrun. I think you feel the same way. I don't want to put words in
Bizkit
your
is
mouth.
the same.
Who's there?
Bizkit, another
Oh.
FF8 runner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Biscuit does not. Yeah, Biscuit skips Zell as well. He used to get Zell when I started doing the Ifrit route. He started doing what I was doing with skipping the Zell card.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that there are other ways around the battles where strength plus 60, which is what you get from the Zell card, would, like, there are battles where it's helpful, but certainly for a marathon route, unless it's donated
Actually, yeah,
for.
if you actually watch the old marathon route, Poxer, instead of doing Zell card, did Bahamut, which is an
Yeah.
donation incentive.
Mhm.
Bahamut, it gives, actually drops 1, I think, hyper risk, and it has a strength plus 60 already attached to it.
Yeah, in other words, fighting Bahamut gives you 2 strength plus 60s, getting the Zell card gives you 3 strength plus 60s, but you only ever use 2 physical
Yeah.
attackers anyway, so the third one is pointless.
Yeah, it's actually still my inventory.
Yeah, and
I can actually mention to you, it's strength plus 60%.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
figured.
yeah, sorry,
yeah.
we're calling it strength plus 60, but yeah, 60%. It's a 60% boost in strength.
Okay, so we have a $12 donation from Benjamin the Athlete. Ogopogo for Leviathan. Hope this is fast enough.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would
I'm right
call
there.
that a
Yes.
snipe.
that is a
From a
snipe
snipe
because
time.
we just cut off.
I'll do one final refresh.
Okay, yeah, do a
Nothing.
final refresh, but
No.
nothing.
Yeah.
So
This is going to be about
That is a
point of
snipe.
battle.
And what did they put in the lead again, sorry?
Ogopogo.
Ogopogo.
By $2.
That was a brilliant snipe. That was a brilliant snipe.
So how much is that, out of curiosity?
Ogopogo is 22. Umjin is 20, and Bookerzy is
It actually only has 2
15.
dozen health. Just did about 10,000 to it.
Yeah, I would have tied with the other $20 one anyway, because I didn't know that one was going to be
Are you
more than that.
running away constantly?
Well,
Trying to
Well,
skip?
it
Is
doesn't
how
matter.
ball standing down?
Yeah, is that just to skip the end?
Well, I'll show you.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you didn't.
Basically, yes. There's an animation when
Where they
you're in
have to be
critical
like,
health. Yeah, they do the. Oh, I'm
So
hurt.
you watch
Oh,
right
my
here?
knees.
He's gonna stand
Oh,
up now,
I know.
and then he attacks. Wait, why did I not do Renzo again?
And then he falls back down too.
Now I'm doing
Okay.
second pass. I'm like, oh, no. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna show
Hey, PG. Just like me.
Okay, so with that, that makes the concerts not far away.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the concert is before Pandemona. So yeah, the
Yeah,
concert.
concert is FH, so
Yeah, the next donation incentive is whether you want Irish Jig and Happy Foxnor, the Eyes on Me, the melodic concert, and an annoyed Renoa Foxnor, or terrible cacophony of
Yeah.
disharmonious sounds and a raging mad Renoa Foxnor. So yes,
who will pretty much want to kill Metasmortal.
yeah. So I haven't wanted to do that already.
Parody on life.
What is it again?
Ogopogo.
Ogopogo.
Caprolo?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
G-O-P-O-G-O. No.
Oh, there we go. Shout out to Canadian mythology.
There's also, if you spell it backwards, it's still Ogopogo.
Or It'd be like Pogo.
Oh, Go Pogo.
Oh, would it be?
Pogo.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
it is a
Pogo backwards.
palindrome.
It's a
Yeah.
palindrome.
Isn't Pogo Pogo also an optional boss in FF4 when it
Yeah,
says
it
when
is.
guarding a weapon?
Yeah, it's right at the end of the game.
We have $5 from Miss Unified. Happy Poxner all the way.
People like the Irish Jake. Okie dokie.
People just want to see something good.
Yeah, we have a very nice crowd for this marathon because the moment we announced that donation incentive at SGDQ, it was like angry Poxnor, disharmonious music. Be horrible. But yes.
Methinks this may have something to do with the fact that it's St. Patty's Day right now.
Oh, hey. I think we could get behind that then. It's St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone wants the Irish Jake. I never even thought of that.
I thought he said less.
Well, and also it looks like, or last I checked in, people are going to have their fill with the Final Fantasy X cutscene then.
Yeah, I think that's the magnet that is drawing in all the trolls.
Yeah.
Another funny trigger coming up right here.
Yeah.
Um,
Best trigger ever.
The casual, you gain coherence as you talk to Sid. He asks you some questions. You can talk to him, and then save it now actually. And he'll answer questions for you. But actually, I do not need to talk to him.
Yeah, the actual trigger is you talk to the nurse and say you want to talk to the headmaster who's in the infirmary, and he goes, oh, yeah, I guess I can do it, I guess I can talk to them for a little while, and then you just walk out. Because, yeah, the trigger that advances the plot is saying you want to talk to him as opposed to talking to him. It's discoveries like this that are coming up in FF8 speedrunning, though. You know, what actually is the trigger.
Lots of cool stuff though.
Okay, so as much as I'd love to say a concert, I have a run after this, and I need some sleep.
Okay. Could you go onto the SDA forums and go to the which public thread did you put the
It's
notes
in the marathon thread public.
The public marathon thread, and just pull FF8 or FF Gamers FF8 notes and just display them on screen. Because then what I'll do, I'll take my laptop back and I'll run donation tracking for a
I thought
while.
I was going to do that because I'm already ready for it.
Okay. Still, it would be nice to have my computer back just in case you nod off or like. Yeah, or just if you need a hand, like one of us reading, one of us tracking, or something like that. So,
It says in public, right?
yeah, the public marathon thread has his notes. I mean, theoretically, I just could use that one to do the tracking, but I'm familiar with
Windows
my
8.
computer. Yeah, yeah.
You're a man.
Yeah, unfortunately,
When does
I'm kind of
it?
doing this on Windows 8 right here.
Same with the Microsoft Smack.
I could time to plug the Yeti too.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah, what am I thinking? This is total. It's been ages since we've plugged the Yeti.
Yeah.
So, Carrie Fry, the amazing artist who did the banner right up there, also designed 2 T-shirts to be sold during Crystals for Life. They are not being sold for the entire duration of the marathon. This is a very limited time thing. I think you have something on the order of 18 hours left in which to buy. So first off, the costs at the Yeti are very low. It's only $11 per shirt. I encourage everyone to get both because they're awesome. And $3 from every shirt purchased, the Yeti is going to donate to JDRF through our marathon.
Yeah, I've got the up here, so
Okay, awesome.
We can do-
Yeah, we'll
Are you-
just do a
we'll
trade-off.
just need to.
Can you scroll down to Fishman's Horizon? It's about
I'm on Flying Garden.
a third.
Close enough.
Okay, fine,
That's, yeah, that's not far.
Okay.
Should go in there.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I will.
Maybe already there.
Is the core gonna reach?
Or we could swap out to a different.
Yeah, probably gonna have to swap outlets.
That was kind of weird.
I'll just keep playing this game while you guys do that.
Do you have a way to wake up?
Well, I'm gonna be up.
Yeah, whoever's awake,
We'll be up.
already.
Okay.
If Mercury is
Let's
up,
let Lobby soon
can
then.
have her.
Probably behind the couch.
We have about 5 hours left, so it'll be about 6 in the morning when I
I think
finish.
I should be a little bit more.
Yeah. If Mercury is up, just
Or
power.
alternately, they're.
Isn't there an extension cord?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it has an empty on it. Does
There's
that
one
extension-
empty.
There is
There
one.
is
Okay, yeah,
one,
use
yeah.
that.
As long as it
then.
doesn't have a 3-prong.
I'll need this for Crisis Core
It does have a
anyway.
three-prong.
So.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, that works
do that
perfectly
then.
then.
Right there in front of you. It doesn't have a 3-prong. It doesn't have a 3-prong.
Oh, it doesn't.
No, it
Okay.
It only has 2-prong.
We'd have to cut that little knob off.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
That's a bad idea.
No, there's a plug right here.
That's gonna be.
occupied. Where? By
That's
Yeah.
yeah, there's a plug here.
Yeah, you could pop mine out of there, and I can use like that one for a while,
It does.
or the extension cord. Like behind the couch, mine is plugged in.